Dubstep. Dubstep's dead. I see dubstep. Everybody just chill the fuck out. Dubstep's dead. I see dubstep.
inside us collide. Now we're trying, unwinding, our dreams are taking flight. Reminding we're flying, we barely touch the sky. We're playing and tempting, so ready to ignite. Oblivion tastes so fine. Now we're trying, unwinding, our dreams are taking flight. Reminding we're flying, we barely touch the sky. We're playing and tempting, so ready to ignite. Oblivion tastes so fine. Maybe it's the way that we feel. Everything around us unreal. Spinning round and round, yes, we found melodies inside us collide. Now we're trying, unwinding, our dreams are taking flight. Reminding we're flying, we barely touch the sky. We're playing and tempting, so ready to ignite. Oblivion tastes so fine. Tastes so fine.
I've been strolling in the darkness, yeah, all night. Need nobody's help, cause I'm my own light. I just wanna be somebody in my life. But the race is peaceful, so I don't know how to put up a fight. Against my struggles, but I'm putting up all my might. Against my problems, but I don't let mine go out of my sight. But still, sometimes I waver, but I promise I keep up. I keep moving, this ain't over until goodbye. I miss the darkness, I see a shimmer of cold light. I'll fly, come to the sky and soar above. Oh, hi, goodbye. I miss the darkness, I see a shimmer of cold light. I'll fly, come to the sky and soar above. Oh, hi. I hope you're ready for bars. Lost direction and I got no pole star. Was fighting alone,
Hey everybody!
What's going on, everyone? We are doing a bit of an earlier stream today, but we just wanted to get something done really fast. And right now we are working on, this is the Centurion, right?
Yes.
I believe so. Centurion, honestly, probably my favorite. Torrent's still my favorite case and stuff, but builds, like the build process, I love doing the Centurion because everything's straightforward. But let's, well, guys, I'm not going to show you the SSD. It doesn't want to stand up. But we are going with a 1 terabyte Lexar drive. So we're doing an Intel Centurion i7 14700K on the Z790 Tomahawk from MSI. Looks like they picked up 32 gigs of memory at 6,000. And then obviously the new bad boy, the 9070 XT. This is going to be a very, very well-rounded system. I don't see a lot of Intel, though. It's not a bad thing, but I don't see a lot of people doing Intel CPUs with an AMD GPU.
Yeah.
I see like AMD with NVIDIA cards, or I'll see AMD and AMD a lot.
Yep.
Or you'll see Intel and NVIDIA, but you don't really see Intel and AMD. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's not like it's going to cause issues. It's still going to be an amazing system. It's just one of those things you just don't see often. Did the camera turn off?
It keeps like losing.
Oh, guys, Brad's getting heated. We might see Brad crash out today.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, I didn't tell you this though, Brad. I'm sure everyone here has been playing the Battlefield 6 beta. I meant to tell Brad they've already banned 330+ thousand accounts for cheating. Yep. Which is insane. Like, how do you figure out how to code an entire cheat for a game in a day?
It's gotta be like they're just refactoring old shit. Which means that they're probably not like.
I don't understand it for Battlefield, because Battlefield's not like it's like a competitive from a team aspect. Like, it's like you want to win a match, but it's not competitive like an esports title. Like, it's not like Counter-Strike and all that. So like, I just don't even see the purpose.
Yeah.
Like, even if I was a big time cheater, if I loved cheating, that would be like one of the last games I decided to cheat on. Oh, like I said, I had some fun with it. I was telling Brad. Oh, Brad's out. I had fun with the beta, but I still think I might have thrown out of Battlefield a bit. I had really fun the first 2 days, but then after yesterday, so I had fun Thursday, Friday, and then yesterday or Saturday, because I could actually play with my other friends Saturday. But I think Sunday, yesterday, I really clicked that. I'm just more of a squad and hell let loose type of guy. It's still a good game. It's just like I was telling Brad, it's just personal preference. I think I've gotten to the age where I'm just old and jaded, and I just like my bullets to actually put people down. One thing I will say though, I definitively found boring, so boring, is flying.
Oh, really?
I tried using the helicopters and stuff, and it is just not an enjoyable experience in any way. The controls are fine, right? It's not the control like the actual flying itself. It is that you don't get any combat with flying. At least like I'll say maybe 10 matches I played were matches where vehicles were available.
Yeah.
And of those 10 matches, I would try flying. And I never got to get in a firefight with another like helicopter or jet. And I never got to fly overhead and just rain missiles down on infantry and kill them. I never got to do anything that made me feel like a badass. Mm-hmm. It was just constant, the second you take off, locking on, incoming missile, you flare. And then it takes like a minute or so for the flares to respawn again. So it's just locking on, shoot flares, locking on, and you just see like 5 missiles flying up at you before you can. And I'm just sitting there like, man, you were just, the whole point of flying feels like just to take engineers and tanks out of the fight for a few seconds to focus on you. But like literally, you are just a lock-on machine. That's all your purpose is. Because I would be like, okay, I'll try a jet out now. Jet, the second the jet spawns in, locking on. Okay, incoming missile. Dump flares. Dump the flares, locking on. Oh, okay. I'm just like, sweet, dude. And I would just be like, I'm just not going to fly anymore. You just don't. Like, I just didn't get to do anything. And then it was the same thing. I was like, I'm going to do it back to them. And I picked up a, you can do like when you're engineer RPG or a anti-aircraft rocket.
Yeah.
And I would just lock on with jet. The second I got the lock on, I would just pause. I wouldn't shoot yet, and I would watch their flares go off. And then I would just wait, and I would just wait like 5 seconds, and I would just lock on again and then fire, then jet would blow up, and I would just take out a jet within like 20 seconds. And I was like, this doesn't seem fun for the guy in the jet. Like, I've never gotten killed by a helicopter. Like, I've never had a helicopter fly overhead and have the gunner like kill me. I've never had a jet kill me. Because they get taken out of the sky within with under a minute at least. Like every time I saw an enemy vehicle on every match I played with vehicles, every time an enemy aircraft would show up, I would look at them and it'd be like, oh, helicopter coming, get helicopter down. That's all it was. So it's like they need to do something, man. I think they maybe need to limit like how many like anti-aircraft guns can be spawned in at a time or something, because it just, like I said, from the standpoint of just wanting to fly and do air combat, it doesn't seem like an enjoyable experience when the experience is just dodging missiles the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I never even really have to look at the ground and like shoot at people. I just instantly locked on. And it didn't seem like you would have that in like the other Battlefields, but it didn't seem like it was to this degree. Because I remember Battlefield 3, I was actually a pretty good pilot on, and I would actually get quite a few kills with it, and I'd be able to fly around for a bit. It was just the second you spawn up, you're just getting locked on to. And like I said, the flares have a long recharge time, so the second you use flares, you're just getting locked onto again. And like the only way to get out of it really is like you can fly up so far with the lock on, can't hit you, but then you're like too high to look down and like shoot anything. That's good. But yeah, I was just telling Brad right before we went live, what I'm really excited for this month is Metal Gear Solid 3. And I don't have access to my PS2 anymore, and I really wanted to go through. 2 is still my favorite. I really like 2 and 4. I really liked 4. And I think it's because I just like Raiden. But they have them on Steam, the collection, so you can buy Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 remastered, and remastered just like it's upscaled.
Yeah.
But it still looks like the old PlayStation 1 and 2 games. But they don't have 4. 4 is still not on PC. I'm like, why not? Like, why is that the one that they're holding up? Because, dude, I loved 4.
Maybe they're gonna do a remake for 4 too.
4 felt like a movie, because I remember playing that and I was like, damn, dude, these are like 30-minute long cutscenes. I loved it though. Like,
yeah, it was like 95 minutes of CGI cutscenes in the whole game.
Yeah, but I didn't mind it. Like
4 was amazing. 4 was the first one I beat fully, and then I went back and beat 1 and 2.
Mine was 2. 2 was the first one I played. I still have not played any of the Metal Gear games, though. I haven't played Metal Gear from the NES.
I played 5 minutes of the first Metal Gear,
but
and then never played it again.
My first one was 2, and then I loved it. And like, I never really cared for graphics as a kid. Like, I could bounce between like a PS2 and my N64 freely and stuff.
Yeah, same.
So at some point, I just I went out and begged my mom for Metal Gear Solid 1, and I think we found it at like the local game store when we had one in town, video store, for like $5 is what they wanted it for.
What's up, Jackal? How's it going, man? And Sandstorm says the problem is the old Battlefield 3 had two things, bigger maps, and your Stingers had maximum range. They did that for Battlefield 6. Flying would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think even if flying was alright, I've just realized that like I think I'm just not a fan. I think I've just outgrown Battlefield in general. I was telling Brad, like, I just like it when bullets can actually like hurt someone. And it's just insane to me that like you can walk into a room with a light machine gun or an M4 and you can sneak up behind 3 people and there's no way you're killing all 3 people in one magazine. And I'm like, that's just wild to me. Or like I was telling Brad, like I had moments when like people would run down the side of the street to like yeah, hardcore I like, man. But like hardcore and like Battlefield's always allowed private servers is probably what I would play. But I think even with hardcore, like there's just some things I would change about the game just to balance it. Like I said, I've just grown up. I really like Hell Let Loose, Squad, and Arma. There's just something that makes it feel like you're an actual soldier when you play those games. Like when I play Hell Let Loose and Squad and stuff, you kind of you get we're doing intel. You get a bit more of that escapism. Like it feels like you're in a real war zone. Battlefield sometimes still has that moment where like the destruction's cool, but like I still like know I'm just playing a video game. I don't get like hyper immersed into it.
I love BattleBit.
BattleBit
was
dude, you know it's at like mostly negative now, right? On reviews.
Yeah, because didn't they like
abandon it? It was like abandonware.
Yeah.
I don't get how you let a game get that popular and just to abandon it.
One of the developers died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess it was like a team of 4, and one of the 4 died. Or something like that.
But yeah, I mean, I was telling Brad, I know this is a hot take because people love sniping. Love it. I still don't understand the fascination with sniping. But what I think needs to happen, and I'm not saying this because of just me, it's from a gameplay perspective too. Like, because Battlefield's doing that community test thing where they want to test stuff, and they want to test stuff like they're doing like the closed weapon versus open weapons, and they're testing it to see just what people like. I think they should test where they should still keep 4 classes, but I think they should just try this out and see if it leads to more balanced matchmaking, better communication, and more people pushing the objective. And what that test is, I think they should get rid of support class. Not get rid of support, but I think they should take support class and divide it into medic and support should be separate roles. And what they should do is medic gets the defib unit, the old medic box that you drop down that passively heals people. And then they should make a support class that gets the what do you call it? Support class that gets the ammo bag, C4, and barrier. So I think they should split support and medic in the 2 classes. And then what I think they should do is they should turn recon into like a vehicle spawn. So you see it next to the HQ and you spawn in as a recon and set it so depending on the map, there's only 1 or 2 recon units per team. But then the trade off the balance, they should get rid of lens flare because it just doesn't make sense. Like that's not how scopes. It's not how scopes work, and the whole point of being a sniper is to not be seen. And so they should get rid of that, and they should just make it a 1-hit kill if it's like waist up. And they should give you like a heavier like 50 caliber rifle.
Like you should see it when like the sniper moves. Like if they move towards you, it should blink real fast or something.
And I
You know,
like I said,
something like that. I understand why they put it in because it is kind of snipers are kind of sneaky like that.
yeah.
They should have some sort of a, but it shouldn't be constant.
And like I said, I think, yeah, they should make snipers feel more powerful and more stealthy, but they should limit it to just one or two, depending on the map, per team. And then, just like I said, they're doing the community testing and just see if that forces, just do that for like a week event. Do that for a week event and see if it correlates to more people fighting over the objective and more people communicating in like chat saying, hey, sniper on this point, sniper on that point. And I think if you do that and it makes sniping feel more like sniping, it makes the rest of the team push the point, play the objective, and communicate better, you have found yourself an overall better game experience. Like Hell Let Loose does that. Hell Let Loose, you get 2 recon units per team. You don't see lens flare, you don't know anything. And yeah, like it's just, like I said, I think sniping, it's not even annoying to go up against snipers. It's annoying to have snipers on your team. Because when we play like Ridge 13, we were doing breakthrough on Ridge 13, and I saw like 5 of my teammates with me on the point capping it, and we just lose. And I hit tab, and like 15 people are freaking recon class. I'm just like, Jesus, dude. Like they're just throwing the game because they think they're cool because they can kill someone in 1 bullet, and I'm just like, dude, like, I don't know. Oh, the other dumb thing.
What is that noise?
What up?
You hear that like high pitched?
Yeah, kind of. I think it's next door.
Okay.
The other dumb thing, this isn't gameplay or anything, this is just, I don't know why DICE thought this was a good idea, is that in a big Battlefield, not like Battlefield the title, but just in the general genre, like a Battlefield-sized Warzone video game, compass and callout means everything. The compass is actually in the game, but I just realized this, it's disabled by default. So me and my friends were sitting there and we're like, yeah, there's a sniper and the mini map rotates. So you don't always know from the mini map which way is north. So we're just like, yeah, sniper fucking up on that one rock next to the other 2 rocks, like behind that closer rock. And it's like, no, you can actually go in the settings and turn compass on. So you can say like east at this coordinate marker and literally tell your team where they're at. But for some reason, DICE thought it was a good idea to disable the compass and you have to go in and actually turn it on manually. And I'm like, that just seems silly. Like a game like that kind of needs a compass.
I think they definitely need to rework the settings. That shit was horrible, but aside for Vega. And then the whole stim idea on Assault is AIDS as well.
The whole stim on Assault is AIDS as well. I mean, dude, I just, like I said.
What's the stim?
The stim gives you like faster movement and cap speed, I believe now. They removed Assault from self-healing. So the only way you can heal.
Okay.
But the medics can't even heal anymore.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
They can drop an ammo bag and they can revive.
But they can't heal.
Yeah. Medics get ammo, not a support. Well, medics are support now. But it's not like engineer or something that would make sense. Or not engine. I guess engineer's the rocket class now, not anti-tank. Yeah, like they should change engineer to like being called anti-armor or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's more. But yeah, no, there's no actual medic bag that you can drop down and passively heal. So if you take damage, you just kind of have to hunker down until your health recharges on its own. No, dude, like my biggest thing is I think assault, like every gun, I've heard some people say they don't like the shotgun. They think it's overpowered. I think that's horseshit because if anyone's actually fired a shotgun before, dude, you can blow someone apart from like 20, 30 plus feet away. Like it's not like a shotgun. Like I feel like Call of Duty and stuff, especially Halo, you'd be in their face. I feel like games like Call of Duty and stuff have given people the wrong interpretation of how strong shotguns are. Like if you have if you have a long barrel and you have freaking like good buckshot in there, someone's like 30 feet away from you, they're getting shredded. Like you don't need to be within 2 inches. You don't need to have your nostrils on the barrel for it to do damage to you. So I think that how I feel is the shotgun feels great. Everything else feels ass. Because like I don't like having people do it out of like instinct, but I don't like a game forcing me to reload after every kill. Because you light someone up with the M4 and you went from 30 rounds in your magazine to 12 for killing one guy. Like I think they just need to buff everything else. And like I told Brad, I think a lot of it's the damage fall off. Because when you're like 3 feet from someone with an AR, it feels fine. But it's like once you hit like 15 plus feet away, they just feel so weak. Like everything turns into a mag dump. And so I think they just need to eliminate bullet fall. Honestly, bullet fall off is just dumb in general, I think. Like it makes sense for like large scale maps, but I mean like maps like Cairo, for the size of the firefights you get in that, there should just not be damage fall off at all. Because I'm sure everyone who's played the beta gets that. I'm sure everyone sat there and has like just lit someone up with an AR or lit someone up with an LMG, and you're sitting there like, I'm sure everyone sat there if you used an LMG or an assault rifle and you're like, damn dude, this human being's flesh just took fucking 8 rounds of 7.62 ammo shredding through it, and they're just walking away. And it's like, you know what? This needs to be a Mythbusters. Like, I want Mythbusters to come back and do video game damage. Like, can a human being like take like 8 7.62 rounds shredding through their torso and lungs and just keep running and shooting people in the midst of combat zone? Because I don't think so. 7.62 takes 8 shots? Oh, that's my bad. I didn't realize that. That's my bad. But man, dude, we need a Mythbusters episode for these. Because it's... Sometimes I sit there with a light machine gun, man, and like I said, I'll play, like I was telling Brad, like I see a guy running across a road and there's a building. I can clearly tell he's running for cover. Lead the shot, and I see 5 hit markers pop up, and then they're behind the door. And I'm just like... Ugh. And then I'll play Hell Let Loose, and you see like 20 guys running across a snowy field, and you just see pink mist everywhere, and you just got 20 kills, and you just were like, that felt like fucking war. Like that felt like you feel so much cooler because you're like, I just fucking mowed down an entire platoon, and that feels way cooler than like mag dumping and being like, I got one guy. How long does it normally take to build a PC? Honestly, that all depends on what your PC is. I mean, if I was like speeding this PC and not talking to you guys at all, this build that we're doing can take like 45 minutes. But if you're doing like a PC with a bunch of like RGB fans, huge case that's really modular with a lot of stuff to move, I mean, there are some builds that can take like 2 hours. If you're doing a full liquid build, I mean, that's taking 6+ hours. So really, on how long does it normally take to build a PC? I would say an experienced PC, on average, like we're just saying average mid-range components, average case that already has pre-installed like front fans with an exhaust fan, I would say someone who knows what they're doing, cap out at about an hour and a half. And that's if you're just not like, if you're just building at like a good pace, like if you're not like speeding through and you're trying to cable manage a bit too and make it look good, I would say hour and a half is about the max for like a comfortable build. I love that. I don't know why. Sandstorm, I actually do love your comment though. Just no, don't you know, man? It takes 8 rounds of 7.62 to put you down. It's crazy to me to think that, I don't know if a lot of people realize this. It's crazy to me that, you know, if you look at like old round, like military rounds versus modern ones, like we used to put 3-06 rounds in our rifles. Like if you look, and we would just body people point blank with that. Like if you look at an old like M1 Grand or BAR, like a Browning, you have a bullet like this big just hitting you point blank, and now we use stuff that's like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, dude, back in the old days, we really did not mess around. Like, it's just insane to me, like how crazy, like how much weaker we made our guns compared to back in the day. But like, I get it. I think now the mindset is, bullet like 5.56 is a wounding round because you take 3 people out of the fight. You wound someone, and it takes 2 people to carry them out of the fight. So you just eliminated 3 people from the fight. Where back in the day, they would just keep fighting because freaking Ricky gets shot, they're just done. Like Ricky took 3-06 to the throat. Like, guys, there's no saving.
Which content creator?
Now you guys see one of your content creators. We went on the website, some nice builds on there. Oh, thank you very much, man. Yeah, we do try our best to make builds look as good as they possibly can.
Oh, X. Cool. Oh, yeah.
Oop. Time to case this guy up now.
X is awesome.
Dude, going to Metal Gear,
It's been great to work with, too.
going back to that's Metal Gear Solid 3. I hope they put in all the old like Easter eggs from the original.
Mm-hmm.
So like the sniper, like when you see them at the docks, like if you just snipe him out of his wheelchair, it just eliminates the boss fight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you can snipe him like right in the beginning of the game.
Oh, shit.
Or they do the thing where you can just, when the fight starts, you can just save your game, and you could either wait a full day, or you could just set the clock 24 hours ahead, and when you load it up, he just died of old age. And you skip. Like, I hope they put in all those little jokes again. Because that's one of the things that was such a cool idea. Like, it's on it. Like, I love
that he's done that stuff.
Yeah, it's such a cool idea because there are so many times, like we've all seen it in movies and like video games, where like
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, where you could just easily shoot the bastard.
Yeah,
man.
where
You just don't. You need to
You
let
just
them.
don't feel like it. You just fucking shoot him instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's so many times where like in real life, like we've all seen movies where like the hero has the gun right in the villain's face and like, you won't kill me. You need me for this information, and they let him live. I'd be like, shoot him.
Yeah.
Shoot him. Take his cell phone. It's all in there. Like, get rid of him, dude. And so I always thought it was funny how like Metal Gear played along with that. Like if you see an enemy, just fucking take him out, dude. Take him out, and it was such a clever idea.
That beeping was driving me nuts.
It almost sounds like electrical.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like wiring is bad, or like the device is bad. By the way, when you unbox this,
Oh yeah.
yep, I need my screws and stuff. Thank you.
Yep.
But going back, I'll finish off because I feel like I was just being really negative. But I will finish off by saying this is a good Battlefield game. I don't think it's bad. I think I've just outgrown like Battlefield and Call of Duties.
Mm.
But like overall, like if you still like the more arcadey shooters and you like Battlefield 3 and 4 and stuff, like it's a good game for that. So I wasn't trying to say it was a bad game or anything at all. I just, like I said, I think
Yeah, Wookie, I'm actually the one that I'm the guy. I saw your email.
The guy.
I'm the guy for that content creator stuff. I believe I sent an email. If I didn't, I will.
COD has worn out. Too many cheaters and Ricochet doesn't work as well. I mean, COD, I think COD wore out when they started like trend chasing. For me, like when Call of Duty started going down the road, like I don't know. I know people love Modern Warfare 2, but I think not the original Modern Warfare 2. I think that was my first red flag for Call of Duty because sometimes it's not like gameplay that ruins games, but I think it's tone. And so like even though like Call of Duty 2 and 4 will always be my favorites. And like when you go back and you watch, I would say up to World at War. Because World at War was still like a really dark, serious tone. And I always liked how the missions were like mission briefings. The trailers felt like a real war zone. And I would say it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 when that trailer was like Eminem and it was just all these explosions. It was till I collapsed and it was all these explosions. Oh, yeah. You could tell that's when Call of Duty was changing its tone from, yeah, it always felt like a more arcadier game compared to like Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield Vietnam. And, you know, there was Brothers in Arms and Medal of Honor. Like, Call of Duty did feel arcadey, but it still tried to put you in a darker, like, real war setting. And then that's what Modern Warfare 2 is when like the tone of it changed to, oh, we want to be like Fast and the Furious and stuff.
What's up, Angel? And
then that's when like the tone, like I can get affected by tone. Like the gameplay was still really fun. And then I think it was I got a little burnt out, but whenever they started trend chasing and having to do battle royales, having to do the new Twitch movements where it's like sliding and sprinting at Mach 10, sprinting, jumping to a slide, and just sliding in every door and shooting. I think that's what killed it. Because, I don't know, I think games need to evolve, but they can't lose identity. Like a good example is like Halo. Like between Halo 2 and 3, let's say, you had new weapons, you had new power weapons, you had like the grenades or the tools you could throw on the ground to make like the bubble shield and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you had like Forge. Like that's evolution, but when you play Halo 2 and 3, you still know you're playing a core Halo experience. Oops. And then like Halo Reach, like they added in like the armor abilities and stuff. But when you're actually playing it, take out those armor abilities, it still felt like a core Halo experience. It didn't. And then it was like 4 and 5 is when the identity changed. Like Infinite, I think the gameplay was actually really good. It was just their netcode and the way they handled the live service was stupid. But the gameplay felt like Halo, and that's like good. Same with Gears. Like Gears adds in more executions, more power weapons, and that's good evolution. More executions, more power. Because when you play Gears, that's what you want. You want executions and big guns. And so they add more of that, and that keeps it fresh. Because it's like let's be real. When you're playing a specific game, it's because you're in the mood for that specific game. So when I play Gears, and I'm in the mood for Gears, it's because I want to wall bounce and blow people in the low pieces. Call of Duty, it was like, I just want more of a slower paced point and shoot game. And I think it was probably around like Black Ops 2, I guess, felt still like COD. What was after Black Ops 2? Fuck.
Ghost or whatever.
Or was it Ghost or Advanced Warfare? Or was it? I don't remember. But whenever...
I don't remember.
I want to say it was like Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3. It was like that era where it felt like the identity of the game changed. Like it didn't feel like... It just felt like it wasn't Call of Duty anymore. Like it didn't feel like Call of Duty with some new guns and stuff. It just felt like an entirely... Like if someone just played like the Call of Duty 2, right? Like if I just gave someone Call of Duty 2 and then I erased it. Like I peeled the label off the CD, gave them Call of Duty 2 and told them to play it. and then I peel the label off the CD for Black Ops 6 and I give it to him, there's a good chance that the person I did, he wouldn't know he was playing 2 games of the same series. And that's what I mean by, like, if you rip off the label of Halo 2 and rip off the label of Halo 3, give it to someone, they could still be like, oh, this is the same game, isn't it? Like, they could tell. And I feel like Call of Duty lost me when it just didn't feel like that anymore. Yeah, once Advanced Warfare came out, everyone would be Lightning McQueen. Yeah, man, like that stuff, it's just like, I understand developers want to do something new, but I don't think IP, like existing IPs, should be the sacrificial lamb. Like, I feel like Titanfall was a good example. Titanfall, I know it was made by the ex Call of Duty devs, because we all remember the big shit show that was Infinity Ward during Modern Warfare 2.
Titanfall was such a good game.
But like, you know, Titanfall I didn't have a problem with because it was a new IP. So them wanting to make an IP with wall running and all of that was fine, because like, it's like, if you're not if you don't like that gameplay, you don't buy Titanfall. You have no commitment to it. If you don't like mechs and you don't like wall running, you have no commitment to that IP, so you don't need to buy it. And I think that's fine. But it's like when Call of Duty started adding that stuff in, I don't like that, because it's like people have a commitment to the franchise because they've been playing it for so long. And then when you make it completely unidentifiable from what it used to be, it's like, instead of making Black Ops 3 with all the wall running and stuff, if Treyarch wanted to make a game like that, they should have just made a new IP. And that's how I believe. Like, instead of changing what we have, just make new stuff.
Yeah.
Don't change what we had. It was like Halo. Like, when they added in Halo 5, like aiming down sights and sprinting and hovering in the air, it was like, why did you guys, like, just make a new game? Like, chill. Like, I don't think, a lot of the times, I don't think the ideas themselves are bad. The ideas are bad when they're associated with the title they're associated with. It was like we talked about this with Zelda. Like, I don't mind having an open world Nintendo game with survival mechanics. I just wish it wasn't Zelda. Like, when I play Zelda, I want to go through temples, collect keys to open the door to get the boss key.
Breath of the Wild would have been great if they had temples.
If they had temples, yeah.
It still would have felt like a Zelda game.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. But yeah, it's like when something changes the core identity is when I...
Yeah. The monoliths or whatever, those were boring and not Zelda.
Yeah, no, because they honestly, they could have taken all those rooms and just put them in the one big temple.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, man, like, that's...
They said with Call of Duty 7 won't have Warzone. It'd be interesting how the gameplay will be with Battlefield looking and feeling 1,000 or 10,000% better. I don't know.
Well, see, I'm not
Honestly,
gonna...
I've never been a huge fan of Call of Duty. Well, not since the very first 2. Those were the only.
What's crazy, what blows my mind with Call of Duty is that I felt like they were like one step in the right direction with 2019's Modern Warfare. Like, it felt darker. The missions felt like you could take the games, even though it was an arcadey shooter, it felt like you could take what you were playing seriously.
Yeah.
And then Modern Warfare 2 came out and they just threw all that out the window and they went to sliding and crazy shit. Like, 2019 was such a step in the right direction. And then it was like they took like 2 steps forward and then 4 steps back. Like, I didn't love 2019, but like I said, I saw the potential in the direction they were trying to take the series.
Nest from YouTube asks, have you played Arc Raider beta test?
No.
I have not played Arc Raider. I've heard good things about it though.
Because that game comes out October, right? Like, I have to have friends to play it. And I'm sure I'll have some friends that play it. It looks really good, but like, I'm telling you, man, like, once you hit like your 30s and stuff, there's like a point in time where it's like, your impulse buying kind of goes down. Like, Arc Raiders looks really fun. And like, it's like, I totally want to play it. But once you hit a certain age, you just like love what you have. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I would love to play Arc Raiders, but I don't want to pay $60 or whatever it's going to cost just to play it. Because I know after like a few months or so, I just like the idea of like Tarkov and stuff more. I like the realistic gameplay. I like the inertia mechanics.
That's where
So it's like when it comes to an extraction, it's like, yeah, that's the hard thing. It's like, and then you just forget about games. Like, that's what happens when you age. Is like, I'll be like, man, I really want to play Arc Raiders. And I'll play it and I'll be like, this is really fun. And then once I'm in the mood, like, because you want to play it because it's a new game.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, this is really fun. And then like I get in the mood for just an extraction shooter again, like let's say months later, and my brain's gonna be like, I'd rather play Tarkov. And then I just forget about it, and I'm like, damn, dude, I spent money on this thing. And so I've like, compared to when I was like a teenager, like a kid, teenager in 20s, I've like slowed down on games buying because I've learned from my own mistakes. I always buy games for that initial dopamine hit, and then like a month or two later, I'm just not playing them anymore. I'm playing back the one,
So, like I've always said, I love how Tarkov feels. I love the bleeding. I love the movement. I love the gunplay. But now I want different settings, and I don't want always PvP.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing that's changed for me as I've gotten older. Is I don't care so much about PvP anymore.
Yeah, I can see that.
I care more about like single player or just even like slower paced content.
Like, I'm more of a single player guy in general.
Yeah.
So I get that. But like when I'm in the mood for the extraction shooter, I'm in the mood to kill someone and rob all the stuff they tried so hard to get. So like I wait till I'm in the mood for that. Angel, follow my advice, mister. I'll follow your advice, Angel. But yeah, man, I've just made a lot of mistakes, like buying something, and then like I was like, damn, I just don't play this anymore. Like I'll buy like a new shooter, like on Xbox, I would buy like a new shooter, and I'd be like, that was really fun. And then like 2 weeks later, I'll be back on Gears or Halo because that's what I actually like. So now it's like, I don't really buy games unless I think they'll actually take over permanently, like the games I'm going. That's like my Battlefield. Like I think it's fun, but I don't think it will pull me from like Arma Squad and Hell Let Loose. So I might not pick it up.
Yeah.
Even though it is like I did have fun with it, I just don't see it being something that like completely pulls those games out of my life.
Ness from YouTube says, for real, I'm 24 and I think I'm leaving behind in skills. And now I enjoy my casual gameplay. I'm just trying to have fun. That's all. Yeah, that's how I am too. Like there came a point when Nick's heard it. I would rage with Overwatch.
I'll still
rage. He saw it was he saw was more tame than how I usually.
Oh, dude, I used to be an asshole.
I used to be a terror.
That's
now
why
I just don't care. Like it's fun to go and play a couple rounds and then I'm done. Like I don't want to be competitive anymore.
That's why I don't tone police people, because like I know what I fucking said. I know my vocabulary back when I was like a 9-year-old playing Unreal Tournament and Quake and stuff. So like I know what I've said to people who sucked on ICC and Alduar. So like,
but every once in a while it comes out.
You know what's crazy though? Is when I realized my shift happened. My biggest shift was I used to get mad at the enemy team. Like someone would kill me and I'd be like, what a fucking piece of shit. Like he did this. Like when you played Halo and there'd be someone who's like their only tactic to get a kill was shotgun melee or sniper melee. And you'd be like, fuck this dude, man. Like if you're not good at the game, just don't play it. I would get so mad at them. I have changed to where like I just don't care when I die. But I get mad at my own teammates now. Like because I've started realizing, like, hey, I think I started to realize, like, hey, they're just doing what they have to do to live. And I started getting mad at my team because it's like, there's ways we can counteract this, and we're just not doing them.
Yeah.
So I think I've gotten more rational to, like, it's like if you're, it's like, think if you're a business, like if you're Walmart and Meyer's outselling you, you don't get mad at Meyer. You look at your team and say, hey, what can we do to do better?
Yeah.
So I think my brain took that, and now I get mad at my teammates. It's like when you play Overwatch and there's a Pharah in the sky, and you have a freaking Hanzo and a Tracer. And you're like, motherfucker, can someone pick like Soldier,
Where's
please?
the Vectra and
Yeah,
fucking
and you're
May?
just like, oh, dude, like this bear is blasting us, and no one swaps. Or when you have like an Ash and a Widow on push, and you're just pushing the cart, and no one's helping you on the front line fight, and you're just
Yeah.
like these guys are upset we're losing, but they're literally the
They're the
reason we're
reason,
losing. Yeah, like what other games? Oh, besides FPS, dude, I barely play FPS games. I grew up on old school like CRPGs. Like I'm an RPG guy. I grew up on Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Knights of the Old Republic, Final Fantasies, Gothic. Like I grew up an RPG guy, and that's still what I am. Like I am a huge high fantasy nerd.
Yeah, I grew up RPG too.
Yeah.
Mostly RPG and Counter Strike. That was my first FPS, and that was the first game that I like went balls of the wall with. So Counter Strike will always have a special place in my heart. But yeah, now it's like Tarkov, more slower paced shooters, more tactical. I suck at them, but they're fun.
Yeah, I feel
And
like. Oh, go on.
I do like factory games, puzzle type games, RPG mostly.
Yeah, see, when it comes to FPS, I think FPS is the same as RPGs, where it's not as much. When I play games, I'm just an immersive gamer. So even when I play FPSs, I want immersive FPSs. Like games that I feel like I'm in a real situation. Where like I think when I was a kid, like don't get me wrong, when Gears E-Day comes out, I'm gonna play that and I'm gonna talk shit and I'm gonna let old 12-year-old Nick come back out and bring out the gamer vocabulary a bit. But I'm just being honest, dude. I'm not gonna be recording it. I won't
Yeah,
be
right.
streaming. I'll protect the world from me, and I won't be streaming. But it's like when you're a kid, not in a bad way, right? It's not a bad thing, but when you're younger, you're very selfish in the idea that, like, not in a bad way, like it's bad to be selfish all the time. But you're more like, I just couldn't think of a better word than selfish. But you're more like, I'm the best. Like, I want to have the best score. I want to have these cool plays. So you play games like Call of Duty and stuff, is just like a dick flexing competition. Like, you want to be the top dog in a video game. And I feel like as I've got, and like I was like that too. I'm not gonna act like I
I
wasn't.
still am sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'll congratulate myself and my friends when we have good plays. But it's like I've learned that I like games more that are immersive. So I think that's why like I play Hell Let Loose and stuff, because Hell Let Loose one player will not change the aspect of a match like Call of Duty or Counter Strike. You want good teammates too a lot of times. But like Call of Duty, you can have one good player that just fucking Gears of War. Fucking, you can have one good player that just solos an entire team.
yeah.
But like Hell Let Loose and like Squad and Arma, you need to communicate. It's more slow pace and it's more of like strategy. Like, hey, did we place garrison downs in the right spot?
Collaborative.
Hey, are we watching roads, anti-air on the roads? Hey, we need people calling stuff out. Hey, like you have a commander talking to all the different squads. Like Hell Let Loose has, if you're in a squad can talk to each other. The officer who's the squad leader, they can talk to all other officers and the commander can talk to all the officers. So you have a commander who's saying, hey, I need like Fox unit to go here. I want Able to go here. And it's all strategy and working together, and it's just a good collaborative effort. And when you get in those firefights, like Brad hopped on for the first time the other day, and he hopped on in a shit show. He hopped on with us just getting artillery shells bombed in our heads. No place was safe. And Brad's like, what the fuck, man?
I spawned in at one point and was like, I'm in danger. And you hear like bullets whizzing by my head. And
Yeah,
shit. I'm
and
like,
it's just
"I gotta get
those
down."
moments feel so intense. And I think the reason it feels intense is because like you know you're gonna die in one hit. So you're just like hunkered down scared. It's not like, you know, Call of Duty and Battlefield where you can stand up, take 8 bullets and be like, okay, there's like 4 guys there, and get back down to heal yourself. So there's actual like paranoia and fear, and it's like,
And
and I
they turned
think,
into Swiss cheese, but don't worry, this bagel will kill me.
and so I would say I'm just an immersive guy. So anything that makes you feel like you're immersed. It's like Red Dead. That's why I loved Red Dead. I love all the little like I know some people like thought it was too slow. I think as the years have gone, people have realized it is a masterpiece, perfect game. But if you actually go back when it first came out, some people were giving it like 8s and 9s on their reviews because they said it was a little too slow paced. But I think the world has kind of learned now that it is a solid 11 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the little things of, I know some people like walking over an enemy and it just pops up saying like picked up pistol rounds and stuff. But the little details of like being Arthur Morgan, you pick someone's body up and you see him like picking through their pockets. Yeah, it takes like 10, 15 seconds off what you could be doing. But it's like those little details, I fucking love them. Like I love them.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm actually looting something.
Yeah,
Instead
and like
of just like walking over the ground.
so like that's just me with all games. I just want some game that immerses me, and I feel like I'm the experience that I'm in the experience the game's trying. I don't like playing a video game knowing that I'm just chilling and playing a video game.
Yeah.
Like you really do want to like get lost, look at the clock, and be like, oh shit, I've been playing this for like 6 hours, and I thought it was only like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like Tarkov with like searching and looting items. That is like lottery box.
If I was on console, I would be a Metal Gear head. You can
Love
get
Metal
everything except Metal Gear Solid 4 on Steam.
Yeah.
You can pick up all the old Metal Gear games on Steam, and the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake comes to Steam. And honestly,
August 28th, I think.
yep. And honestly, just start with Metal Gear Solid 3. It's the first in the timeline. But I hope, because like you want to play 3 then 5. Or I guess there's fucking, what was the $40 20-minute game?
Ground Zero.
Zero. Yeah, that was so.
Don't even bother.
That was so. No, I liked it, but the fact that it was $40 fucking was bullshit. That should have been a free demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally you beat it in like 30 minutes. That should not have been $40. I was so pissed, but it was good.
I got it for free somehow. I think it was on a like PSN or something.
But yeah, like I would just pick up 3, man. Oh,
you have them.
Oh, I thought you said if I was on console. I thought you were saying you didn't have them because they weren't on console.
I still spend most of my time in Kingdom Come 2 because it really
Yeah,
makes me feel that I build this brick by brick.
I told Brad this. Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one, is one of the few games I've ever kickstarted. I actually gave them.
I gotta go back to playing that.
I backed them. I love Kingdom Come Deliverance, man. The first one was so freaking good. I preached that game to all my friends. Like
I still gotta play Baldur's Gate. Speaking of good games, I gotta finish
Baldur's Gate, yeah. Kingdom, like, yeah, man. Like, I just love games like that where it's just immersive. Like, Kingdom Come 2, like, I could sit there for like 3 hours and just blacksmith. Because, like, the fact that you actually have to, like, heat up the sword, put it on the thing, hit it in the right spots with the hammer, put that, like, that stuff is just fun to me. Because it feels like I'm, oh, wait, we don't need this cable. Like, it feels like I'm actually doing something. And I'm like, isn't that the point of a game? Like,
Vampire says gameplay more important than graphics.
yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But nice graphics is a huge plus.
I think, like, how I see it is, I care about art style. Like, because a game can have good art style. Like, I still think WoW looks good because of the art style. I think graphics, to me, personally, graphics are the sprinkles on the icing on the cake. Like, there is a degree where graphics do just look ugly. Like, there are some games where it's not even artistic, it just looks ugly.
Yeah.
Like any Piranha Bytes game nowadays. They just look bad.
Only time I enjoyed fishing alone is Red Dead 2.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Every legendary fish, dude. I don't like fishing in real life. I don't have the patience for that.
Depends though. If you are a streamer, graphics are important. You want it to look sharp as a streamer.
Well, I feel like that's more stream quality, right? Because like if you're making something look sharp, because like Twitch, I think what we mean by graphics is not like just having a game look as good as Red Dead doesn't make a good game. Like I would rather have a game with the art style of like Mario Odyssey and the intricacies of Red Dead than a game that looks like Red Dead, but it's just like dog shit.
What was that one game? I think it was like Forspoken or something.
Yeah, dude,
With
game looked
Square Enix?
incredible. Terrible fucking
Yeah.
game.
It looked amazing.
Terrible game with some of the worst dialoguing characters I've seen.
Yeah. Now games don't even come optimized. All Unreal Engine 5 games are
Yeah,
still
like when you say
unoptimized.
graphics look sharp, I mean, to me that sounds more like stream quality, right? Because there are people that stream like games that don't have good graphics. Like, look how many people are playing that Mage Arena game. Like, the game does not have good, like, quote unquote graphics, but it's just a fun game. So I feel like streaming, it's more just stream quality. Like, you know, having a dedicated stream computer with enough cores to pump that out, and then because there are people like, you know, no, dude, there are people that stream Roblox and make a bunch of money on that.
Yep.
And Roblox isn't what you call like a high fidelity game either. Depends. Oh, wait, I like the same message. Yeah, dude, I just I'm not gonna call out my friend, but I do have a friend that like graphics sells to him because every time he sees a trailer for a game, he'll be like, "Did you see that trailer?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." Like, this is how I've probably had 30 of this same exact conversation where, you know, the friend, you've talked to him, but I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. He'll always be like, "Dude, did you see the new game?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. I really wish they showed gameplay." And he's like, "Graphics look good." It's like, I don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah.
Because you know why? I think graphics is another thing that comes with. I think when you're a little kid, you don't care about graphics because you just care about fun. I think when you're like mid gamer, like teens to mid 20s, you like graphics. And I think as you get older, after that, you stop caring about graphics. And I think when you're a kid, you don't care because it's just fun. Like, you just want fun. I think as an adult, you don't care because you know those graphics are going to be shit at some point. Like, I remember when Gears of War came out. That game blew me away. Now if I go back and play Gears of War 1, I'm like,
Yep.
doesn't look that good. So it's like, I know no matter how good a game looks now, because remember how good Halo 3 looked? Go back and play Halo 3. Johnson's face does not have a lot of polygons in it. So it's just...
gamers are obsessed with some.
Yeah, I don't think it's exclusive to PC. I think PC gamers are obsessed with graphical settings because where, like, for PlayStation, like, if or Xbox, they're like, oh, you need to buy a $500 new console to play this game. Where I think PC people just like having control of graphics, so they don't say like, hey, you need to upgrade the 50 series to play this game. You can just play it on a 40 series card and just lower the settings down a bit. So I don't think it's the visual fidelity PC players as much care about, but the control. Because like you see a lot of bullshit stuff where like look at Nintendo now. And like PlayStation did this too, where you buy a new game, like you buy PS5, and they're like, cool. Well, if you want to play your old PS4 games on there with the new PS5 hardware, you have to pay $10 for the upgrade. And it's like, the fuck? Because imagine like Steam did that. Like Steam messaged you and it's like, hey, you just bought like a new graphics card. If you want to take advantage of the FPS difference, you got to pay $10 for every game in your library.
Yep.
It's like, nah, dude, I paid for the new hardware. It can just run the game better.
Yep.
So I think that's more of what PC people care about.
My poor PC struggles with it all. An i7 with a 1660 Super and 32 gigs of RAM. I sometimes struggle to get good graphics or frames, but I deal with it because I love gaming. I'll use this PC till it dies.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I think that's beautiful about PCs. You have the option to say like, oh, I don't have the money or I don't have the reason to upgrade. Because my friend's girlfriend, she has his old, I want to say 1060 or 1070. I think it's a 1070 in her system. She still has that. All she plays is like Stardew Valley, Barista Simulator, Farmville, like all those like 16-bit like farming sim or life sim games.
Yeah.
And she can still play new ones flawlessly because like they just don't require much. So it's like, damn, dude, she could probably, with the games that she plays, she can probably run, I think it's like an i7 8700K and like a 1060 or 1070. I'm like, she can probably run that system till she's dead. like with the types of games that she plays.
Yep.
So I think that's what people like.
Will you guys build an Archon 2.1 live anytime soon? Maybe one comes up. It's hard to say. Just depends on what comes up when we're getting ready to stream.
But
To be honest, I see a lot of ladies having top spec PC to play Stardew Valley. I mean, dude,
It's funny
Stardew
'cause it's
Valley,
true.
don't shit on it.
no, I don't think they're shitting on it.
Oh no, I mean it's a graphically intense game. When you're in those mines, man, you need fucking
I know.
1,000 FPS to get.
I only get 60 FPS on my cell phone, so I
Yeah.
can only achieve
Yeah.
the kind of computer you need. No, hey guys, we joke, but this is a real thing. So I think a few years have passed. You think I can talk about the Sea of Thieves thing? No names.
Yeah, no.
I don't even remember the name. But we have had people call. This was a real conversation because some people don't really. I'm not always going to blame it on girls, right? Like, don't say girls just buy hardware to it's people, man. So we had.
Oh, yeah.
I think people just they're upgrading from console. They see a game they want, and I think I've noticed a lot of people have this mindset where it's usually on the first computer you build. After that, the mindset kind of goes. But I feel like when people are first trying to get into PC gamings, there's this weird mindset of if it's not the absolute best PC in the world, it's just not good. Like, oh, I have to have a 4090. I have to have an i9 for it to be good. And I've just seen that with a lot of people, especially on their first PC. And we had a customer years ago, like 30 series. So this was like 2021.
Yeah.
Call and not call, but email and like, hey, I'm looking at my first computer, play games. And like, we don't just tell people what computer to buy. So I'm like, all right, yeah, hey, like what's your budget? What kind of games are you looking to play? Resolution and stuff like that. What are you looking at? And he's like, listen, buddy, I'm looking to play Sea of Thieves. So I was thinking about a 3090 Ti. I'm willing to spend top dollar. And I'm just sitting there in my head and I'm just like, 3090 Ti on Sea of Thieves? Maybe that will. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think you might need the two 3090 Ti's to get 30 FPS. And in reality, it's like Sea of Thieves would run on a fucking potato. Like, but you just get people that just don't know. They just they
at that point, Sea of Thieves had been out for
like 2 years,
what, more
2,
than
3
that.
years. Yeah, something.
It
But
had
it's
been
like
out for like 5 years at that point.
yeah, so it's just like the thought. Like some people just don't know. So I just have noticed that. Like some people think when they're first building a computer that if it's not the best possible specs in the world, it's not good. There's no good. There's no they don't have the chart in their head yet of this is the best possible 4K machine. This is the best possible 1080p machine. This is the best possible mid-range. Like hell, I'm never gonna build a 4K PC. I'll build a PC that runs 1440p and can do 60 FPS 4K if I decide to hook it up to the TV.
Yeah. Farming sim. What resolution are you looking to play at?
For farming, Farming Simulator hits harder than like Stardew Valley.
Well, yeah.
I mean, CPU, man, just if you 9700X, if you have the extra cash, 9800X 3D. GPU depends on your because those are more CPU. Those games take 1080 plea. Oh, it's plea. 1080 plea. No, if you're 1080p, dude,
maybe you can get away with 57.
you can get a
or
14600K or get a 9600X from AMD. And then GPU, just get like the 9060 XT.
Yeah.
Or the what do you call it? 5070. You don't need a 5070 Ti. You could get one if you like want to spend, but if you're just playing that, like 1080p. Yeah, like
yeah, you'd be able to max that shit out.
yeah, like you don't need to have a 5090 machine with an i9 to play games at 1080p.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. Yeah, 1920 by 1080. I mean, I would go just for pricing, and it's still really good. 7600X or 9600X. I would go Ryzen on the CPU because they're fast, and for just gaming, they're really good. So I would go 9600X for 1080p with like a good Thermalright air cooler. We have those. And then 9060 XT. And if you can spend the extra $50, I would just get the 16 gigabyte VRAM version, just so you can have more longevity out of the graphics card. Like, it's an extra $50, but it could take, add an extra like 2-3 years onto the card.
Oliver said, "This is my first PC, LOL." Oh, what's up,
Is
Oliver?
that who we're building?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
I didn't even realize.
This is a solid
How's it going,
build, by
Oliver?
the way.
Oh yeah, totally.
But I was saying, is there a reason,
Yeah.
Oliver? There's nothing wrong. This is not negative. We were wondering this. Is there a reason why you decided to go Intel CPU with an AMD graphics card? Like I said, there's nothing different. Like, there's nothing bad. You're not losing any performance or any, like, it's still great. It's just something we don't see often. So most of the time when people get like an AMD graphics card, they're just all in on AMD, so they go full AMD system. So I was wondering what was your decision making process like? But still, this is
Girl's gonna jump on you if you downplay Stardew Valley. Dude,
No.
Stardew Valley is actually a good game.
know what's funny?
I mess with that game.
You know what's funny is Christina loves those games. She hates Stardew Valley.
Really?
Stardew Valley's the one that she just didn't like, and she like played like Plued. She played all the old like Harvest Moon games. She loves Story of Seasons, loves Animal Crossing, likes Rune Factory. Hated Stardew Valley.
Huh. Do you think 32 gigabytes RAM will be standard with this gen game?
I don't know.
Gen games this year or this gen?
No, I don't think so.
I think 16 is probably here for a little longer.
So yeah, if you're just gaming, like if you're single monitor, just gaming, 16 is enough. Like 16 is fine, because you also have to count like VRAM as well. Like, that's where a lot of the information's stored, is for games like textures. They're stored in the video memory. So I think 16 gigs of system memory is going to be fine for a little bit. If you're doing 2 monitors and you have like a game on one screen and you have like a second monitor with like Windows tabs, Discord, and like YouTube and stuff up on that, then 32 is where you want to be. If you're doing two monitor setups, yeah, just go 32 to be safe. Because you probably at some point will have multiple stuff running. But if it's just single monitor, just turning it on to boot into a game, 16 is still all you need. VRAM, we don't know. TJ, the VRAM issue, we're still undecided on.
Oliver said, "Honestly, I chose it because I'm most familiar with Intel, but I'm kind of scared I made the wrong choice."
No, man. Here's the thing. I tell this to everyone, because you get a lot of people that we get a lot of people that call us like every year, like not every year, but every generation. So every 2 years, they're like, "Oh, I have a 5080 or a 4080. Now I need to upgrade to the 5080." And it's like, you don't. Like, dude, the thing is, don't even look at the hardware in your system. You bought a good system. I would say this will get you 60 FPS plus on 4K games and super high frame rate, like hundreds plus at 1440p. So I would say get a good 1440p monitor. If you have a 4K TV, use that for single player games, and this is a great system. And then after that, don't even look at the hardware in your system, man. I tell everyone, the key thing is, are you having fun? Because that's the thing. If you're playing the game and you're still having fun, your computer's great.
Yep.
Like, it's doing what you want it to do, and you're having a fun time. Like, you'll notice that like when you start like pinching numbers and you're like, oh, like I'm getting 280 FPS on Overwatch, but if I spend $600 to this new graphics card, I'll get 300 FPS, 20 FPS more. And like, this isn't an exact example, it's just the general sense. You'll realize, like, if you think like that, you just spent, like, there are some people that have infinite wallets, right? But if you think like that, you'll just realize that, like, you're just spending so much money so often, and you're not really noticing a change in your fun levels. So like I think PCs, it's just like, dude, as long as you're having fun and playing the games you want to play, fun to play, PC's good. It's like once you start getting really bad like hiccups and stuttering and you have to play everything at low settings, then yeah, upgrade. Then you're like, oh, this is when you start getting to the point where like you could just buy a freaking Nintendo Switch that could run a game better, then probably upgrade.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, but dude, you have a solid computer.
yeah,
Absolutely solid.
no, yeah, there was no wrong choice at all. Yeah, I didn't want you to think that. It's just, like I said, it's just something you don't see. It's like someone asking for a hamburger instead of a cheeseburger. You're like, there's nothing wrong with that. You just don't see it often.
Yeah.
Everyone wants cheese, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like a bad, yeah, it's not a bad choice. It's just one of those choices we just don't see often. So I was just wondering if there was like a specific reason, or you know, Intel and AMD, some are better at some things than others. So I just didn't know if there was like a specific use case or anything. But no, if you're gaming, dude, the 14700K is blazing fast. Like it's a great CPU. So like honestly, if you play at 1440p and stuff, and you even want to like stream on Discord or you know, try some light streaming for your friends and stuff, like you could stream in game with this thing, no problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, really good system. American Truck Simulator, is that an actual game? I've seen Trucking Sim, but there's American Trucks.
Yeah, there's Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck.
Is it just the same game except one game's on the wrong side of the road? And I'm not gonna say which one.
Yeah.
That's up. I'll let the chat debate who's on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, so I think it uses real maps.
Oh, like how Flight Sim does it
Yeah.
now? So you're telling me, I wonder if I could drive through my house on that game.
I don't know if
Take a
it's that.
screenshot and send it into an insurance company and be like, a truck just hit my house. Here's all the. Don't send anyone they actually check, but here's the proof.
When Flight Sim first came out, you can literally go to any airport. So I did the Lake in the Hills one. Put a 747 on the runway there. I didn't take off.
The Lake in the Hills one is where I took you know, the little office building.
Yeah.
That's where I had to take my real estate test.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so I put a 747 on that runway and did not make it. I thought it was hilarious. And then I would fly, and I'd send my sister a picture of her house from the game.
Yeah, I flew
cool.
over my house. Not on the newest one, but on just the 2020. one
Yeah,
that came out.
yeah.
It's a cool game. I'm just not like it sounds mean. It just seems like something like my grandpa would be like super excited about, because it's just like, it's just flying.
Flight Sim, yeah.
Yeah, it's just flying. But it is like such a cool concept. Do you know they actually made it though, whether it's on purpose or if it's an accident? Like, let's say you are flying in Manhattan, and because you can do like older maps too. If you're flying in Manhattan and like, let's say your dog has to go shit, so you like put the controller down and go let the dog out, and if you crash into the Twin Towers, your account gets permanently banned. Like if
Are
you
you
just
serious?
yeah, if you crash into them, whether it's on purpose or an accident, they just ban you. Quite so. Instantly, because it's all live servers, right? So it's like the second they see a crash here has happened, they just ban that account. And it's just wild to me. Can you imagine, like, God, I spent $70 on this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Chester, you just got me banned.
Yeah, they go poop. Now I'm banned.
Yeah.
Oliver says, "Awesome, man. Thank you. That makes me feel so much better."
Yeah, dude, like I said, just buy a game, play it, and only thing you ever have to worry about is just every once in a while, just open up the AMD Adrenaline app, make sure your graphics drivers are up to date. But dude, yeah, just play the games and you'll realize you're having fun. I don't know if you picked a monitor out, but with this computer, like I said, I would definitely go with like a high refresh rate 1440p monitor. That will get you the most out of this computer.
What's up, Snap Key? Build's going well. We're actually should be wrapping up here pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
Just plugged in the graphics card, and that's
I can't
pretty much it.
separate these clips. There we go. I
Better
only-
take the dog pooping when Microsoft's not watching.
Yeah. Can you imagine the emails they probably get from people? Like, hey dude, like I had like my IBS kicked in and I know I was behind the flight stick and that's, you know, frowned upon. But like seriously, like you're gonna ban me? In their defense, some people were doing it on purpose for like, a joke. But still, just the fact that if it just happens, the server picks it, dings it, and just bans you.
When is there gonna be an Alexander PC's theme song? Ooh.
Oh,
That's a good question. I don't know.
well, we can get Kev back in the shop for a little bit.
Yeah,
We'll get
Kev
Kevin to
back.
make it. Honestly, I would want it to be like a sitcom, like an old 90s sitcom show where it's just like music and then it pans to each one of us and we like wave and you just have the doodle-doo, like starring St. Brad.
Like Full House.
Yeah. And just have Kev sing his heart out.
You just gotta use the excuse that your little brother did it so they unban you.
Hey, my dad works at Microsoft. He said you can't ban me for this.
Yeah, my dad works
My
here.
dad will fire you.
Yeah.
My dad's Bill Gates, and he says if you don't unban me, I can release my mosquitoes in your house. Oh, that was a little darker than it had to be. I don't know if anyone's followed Bill Gates' mosquitoes, but whew, I don't want those in Illinois. All right, let's turn this guy on.
There we go. The back panel goes on.
So, for your first computer, can I ask, what is the first game? Because I feel like there's always that game where it's like, I want to play this game. So, what is the game that made you decide it's time to get a PC ready for it?
The cooler does have a digital display too, which is really cool. Starting to become a little more popular with power coolers. I don't believe that will start reading anything until after we put the software. It should, I believe it does, will light up.
Yeah. That's another thing, dude. I'm really happy you went with the air cooler too. Just as a personal thing, I am a big fan of air cooling.
Did y'all try Battlefield 6? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we had a huge conversation at the beginning of the stream about Battlefield 6.
Moral of the story, it's good, but it's Battlefield. So that's about it. But definitely if you like Battlefield 3 and 4, you'll probably like this one. That's really all I have to say anymore on it.
Ness says, Oliver, you better play the finals if you're going to play FPS. I think Ness is trying to squat up Oliver.
All right, I need to turn around, make sure this works. Like I said, the digital display, oh, it's going to put boot cycle.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. The digital display is just going to be those lines for now. If you can see it, once we download the software and program it, then it will display CPU temps.
Oliver said, my old PC died, so I had to get a replacement. I'm barely getting into gaming again, so yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. Wookie says that's a thing of beauty.
You know what's really funny? Did you talk to my buddy Austin at all? Elmo?
I don't know.
His
I think it might have.
His Discord game name is Scissor Me Elmo.
I don't think so.
It was funny because he literally 3 years ago, he got a new computer, and it was one of the funniest things. Because he got a new computer, and the day he got it, it came in and he was unboxing it, and he texted me. And I was like, "Dude, you hopping on?" Because he's in Alaska, I'm in North Carolina, so I didn't. He just had to buy a pre-built.
Yeah.
And he bought it, And he texts me, and he goes like, dude, my fucking wife's in labor. I already hate this goddamn kid. And he's at the hospital the whole night with a brand new piece. Like he took it out of the box and hooked it up. And then the wife, I guess, walked in the room and was like, how did we not go?
Oh, man.
He's like, I hate this kid already. He's a really good dad. I like his dad. He's a really good guy. It was just such a, can you imagine?
Yeah.
He was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then wife comes in, and it's like,
Oliver
just bored.
says,
I have to ground him already.
yeah.
You never stop dad's game time.
Oliver says, damn, this looks amazing. Snap says, I don't think I ever heard anyone say they hate Battlefield 4. Hate
what?
Hate Battlefield 4? I don't think we said we hate Battlefield 4.
No, I think, well, there were some changes they made. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4, but whichever one where they gave the normal assault class the ability to heal, I thought that was stupid because that just turned everyone into like a self-healing unit and it made the medic feel like irrelevant. Have a good one. I didn't like that decision. No, Battlefield 4, I will say I didn't dislike it, but I didn't play it a lot because it felt like it was, the destruction was moved to more set pieces. Because remember, like there was the tower and you could like blow it up and it fell the same way every time. Like it would just tip over and fall. I would say I like Battlefield 3 a bit more than 4, but 4 wasn't bad. Then
I
Bad
really
Company
like
1 and 2 were peak. And then Bad Company 2, Vietnam.
Yeah.
You liked Hardline?
Yeah. I like Hardline.
I got nothing, man.
I liked it for the maps.
There was one mode on there that I thought was really cool, and I can't think of it. But
I thought the maps were pretty good. That's why.
I didn't hate the game. I didn't play it enough because I think I was hitting Battlefield Burnout. Because that was around the time I really got into like Arma 3 and stuff, and I was just like, this is so good. I think that was the era, like after Battlefield 4 is when I started playing Arma more, and I was just like, these are like, yeah, because again, I'm just an immersive guy, right? Like I want to be immersed in the situation.
Yeah.
So Arma just really feels like you're actually a soldier, and it feels more like how a real mission. Obviously, nothing's 100%. We can only get as close as we can with video games, but Arma, I feel like, is as close as it can get.
The Finals is made by Bad Company 2 devs, and it has the best destruction.
Yeah, I keep seeing that, but it seems more like it's like a super fast-paced, like esports type of title.
Yeah.
So it seems
I've
the
played it.
destruction seems cool. I just don't think I would like. I just don't think.
I like how when you kill somebody, they turn into a bunch of coins.
Yeah.
Like I think that graphic it's cool.
Yeah, I miss Gold Rush from Battlefield when it was actually safes full of gold bars that you were blowing up.
Yeah.
I miss Rush mode.
Yeah. Oh, they don't have Rush?
No, it's called Breakthrough now, and it's more. This is another good game, but I didn't talk about this. When it comes to like small scale warfare, Insurgency and Insurgency Sandstorm are so good.
We do Angel. It should be live on Kick.
So Insurgency, it's more like Insurgency's Rush mode because it's Breakthrough, and instead of like blowing up a point, but instead of blowing up the point, you just invade the point, capture it, and it just pushes the team back.
Yeah.
But I will say that mode has a lot of balancing issues because that mode is strongly, it doesn't feel balanced. It feels like it's strongly in favor of defense. Because every time I win on defense, it's like a breeze. Like you're never sitting there stressed out on breakthrough defense. You're just like, you're just singing your old Britney songs and just having a good time. When you're on offense and you win, you felt like you're just exhausted. You're like, I'm hopping off and going to bed, guys. That was too much. Because like I think one thing they need to get rid of is there's sometimes where it's fine. Like you have to push 1 point, next point. But one of the maps has where you have to capture 2 points. And it's like Rush. Like Rush, sometimes you had to plant bomb A and bomb B, blow them up, and they would go. And if you blew up bomb A, you just had to plant bomb B to push forward.
Yep.
This, you have to capture both points and then it moves forward. But what they do is like, if you capture A, you want, like the strategy should be like, hey, let's split up the teams, thin their numbers, push one and then we can all flood in on the second. And that should be the good strategy. But they make it so if you capture B, it's not gone. They can recapture it. So you get where like one squad on defense will just bounce between the 2 points and it just juggles the attacking team because the attacking team has a number of tickets. And that's when it just becomes annoying. You're just like, so I think they need to balance it and make it so if they have the 2-point sectors, when you capture the point, it should just be done.
Yeah.
Like it should just, that's it. B's lost. There's no re-defending B. It's gone. And then it should just be A. Because it's like, hey, like your defense fucked up. And there should be a consequence for fucking up.
Yeah.
Because it's like, imagine if you're playing Rush and you blow up the safe. And it's like, oh no, we're just going to respawn the safe and respawn the gold back inside. And you're like, oh, you have to go in and plant that bomb all over again.
Yeah.
Like, no one would find that fun. So I think, like, if you have 2-point captures, they just need to... Because I would find, like, Conquest was really balanced. 9 times out of 10, if I was defending on Breakthrough, we won. Like, 9 times out of 10, defense wins. So I think they need some balance scaling on Breakthrough. That's it. But I like that mode more. Conquest, I think I'm kind of growing out of, too. Because it's just a lot of... It's a lot of like, oh, there's enemies spawning in front of us. Oh, there's enemies spawning behind. I love Breakthrough because it feels more like a conflict where it's just like, we hold the city, they're just pushing straight in. So you always know the direction enemies are coming from. Yeah. So there's always a firefight, and I love that. I like Breakthrough a lot. But I don't like how they lowered the player count. Instead of 32 on 32, it's like 24 on 24.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, yeah. Bring it back to 32. Dude, people give I know 2042 wasn't great. I only played it for a few hours, so I can't completely say. Just because it was like EA Play gave you like 10-hour play test. I will say I didn't enjoy what I played, but I liked the idea they were going with 64 and 64 having 128 player matches, and like I can't believe they threw that away. Because like to me, that's like a great idea.
Well, they don't have that in Battlefield 6?
No, it's back to the old 32 on 32. Oh, this will stop the fan. So I'm going to have to bring this in the back, and we'll put a different anti-sag bracket on there. All right, you guys. Cool. Well, PC is done. We're going to bring this back and give it to our boy Jesse to program. And this should go out. What time is it?
It's about 1:40.
Yeah, this should go out today. Worst case scenario, it'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah. All right, guys. That is all for today. Yeah. If nobody knew Wookie Bear, I know you said you like doing sim games. We're gonna be at the Sim Gaming Expo in Chicago. First weekend of September, so September 5th, 6th, and 7th. We're going to have a booth there. We're going to have some cool stuff in our booth. If anybody wants to take a look, buy some tickets, you can get 10% off. Just head to our website, alexanderpcs.com. Click on the tab called Sim Gaming Expo. Yeah, you can get your tickets there. Hopefully we'll see some of you guys.
Do you remember when Jake brought in his wheel setup with the VR? And he was like a big car guy.
Yeah.
He brought it in and he like turned it on to show us and immediately swerved and crashed.
Yeah.
Like, damn dude, I thought you owned this. I thought you'd been practicing. But he like loosened the tires all the way.
Oh,
so it was
really?
like a straight drift car because I tried playing it and I like nudged the steering wheel and spun out.
Oh shit. But alright, yeah guys. We'll catch you later. See you guys. Oh, how do you get it to program after building it? You have Windows? Yeah, we installed Windows and do all that stuff.
Yeah, we installed Windows, all the drivers you need, the app for your graphics driver. Basically, when you get your computer, the only thing you'll need to do is download Steam games and then just download your Steam and games and then just keep up to date with the graphics driver. That's the only driver you'll have to stay up to date with.
Yep.
So that's it. We set it up so it's plug and play. Just plug it in, download Steam, play it.
Yep. So, All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you. We'll see you later.
Oh.